Now, let's talk about how Orium's commercetools Accelerator handles the multi-problem. A lot of brands look to a composable commerce solution when they have a multi-problem to handle. That's something like multi-language, multi-currency, multi-location, multi-storefront, multi-channel, and usually a few of those at a time. So Orium's commercetools Accelerator provides an easy answer to this, kind of architected in from the start. This is our web experience for Splash, our easy drinking wine brand. And as you can see, I can switch it from US English to Canadian English and from English over to French as well. So all of my content on the page is translated either through hard-coded strings or through the CMS. As well, we have US and Canadian pricing on all products. So what's great about this localization is, as you can see, the English and the Canadian are both pretty similar. Let's go over into Content Stack and show how we're controlling this. So on our Splash homepage, we have this homepage banner right off the top, and we have different locales available. So currently the English in the United States and the English in Canada are the same content. Let's make a change for the Canadian one though. In Canada, we use the British spelling, FLAVOUR. And we'll just relax, go with the flow. So I can go ahead and publish this, send that change live, and just in a moment, refresh this, and we'll see there's differences now from the Canadian English and the US English experiences. What's great about Content Stack is that it lets me unlocalize this if that ends up being something that's relevant. So I could have one version of this content that's the same across all locales and all experiences, or I could have unique versions for each. As well, our accelerator is architected for multi-brand out of the box. So we have Splash, as I mentioned. We also have the Manifold web experience, uses the same code base, same component set, a similar product set with some overlapping and some unique products, but a little bit different look and feel, different catalog availability, different content, and again, some content that's shared between brands, some content that's unique to each. And we can kind of position and frame the same content in different ways, depending on what's relevant to the different brands. This extends into individual products as well. So using this decanter product as an example, we have titles for the product in every language and different descriptions as well. So you can see here, I've localized the description to have milliliters instead of ounces for Canada, because that's the system we use. And then we've also done just a Google Translate, but translated it into French as well. So when we go to this product, we can see the US version, the US quantities, or the Canadian English version with milliliters instead, or the Canadian French version, translated into French there. You can also see that the price is changing from $6.50 in Canada to $8.42 in the United States. So pretty good deal for Canadian shoppers. This product is available on both Splash and Manifold. So that's something that we are controlling in our commercetools instance. So I'll go ahead and pull up the variant. We can see that there is inventory for both channels, for Splash and for Manifold, as well as it's in the product selection for each of these. And we can do that at the per variant level or across the whole product. And this just works right out of the box with our accelerator. So let's go ahead and adjust this inventory. Maybe the Manifold one of these has sold out. And what's more typical is having the same inventory system on a per physical store basis or a per warehouse basis. But as a proof of concept, this works exactly the same. And architecting for those more complex inventory systems doesn't require any changes to our overall offering. So we still have quite a few available on Splash, but we're completely sold out on Manifold. So we can go back to our front-end experience. Of course, it's still available for sale at Splash. And if I hop over to Manifold and give this page a reload, just load it incognito here, you'll see that it's no longer available for purchase. This is kind of a simple logic of no inventory, we'll just sell it out. We could have more complex logic around, certain quantity available, or using the restock period, add a customer's name to a wait list for a product. And this could also be different inventories for each locale in the same way that we have structured for different inventories per brand. So we could have it in the Canadian warehouse, but sold out in the United States warehouse, kind of a circumstance. So by architecting for multi-currency, multi-language, multi-brand, multi-region out of the box, the Orium's commercetools Accelerator can scale to very complex circumstances that every merchant is bringing to the table. And we have a framework that doesn't need to be thrown out and revised just because a merchant has this type of business complexity. Instead, we can embrace it, build a solution for them that uses the strong fundamentals to execute on the exact needs of their business and of their customers. Thanks very much. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one.